Welcome to the vlogs, guys. I don't even know if you can hear me over his working. So we're gonna go check Leah's battery to see if it's a good battery or not. The mechanic once told me that you can put toothpaste on your lights and it'll clean them up so they look brand new. I didn't take a before shot, but here's the after shot, or the middle in-between shot. Cleaned out the van. I have some stuff for Jace now. Ooh, look at her. She's ready for the kids. Next stop. Billy said that's Leah's heart. She's getting a triple bypass. Look at Leah's new heart.
With the 5-year warranty.
Yeah.
She's got a warranty on her heart for 5 years.
Okay, guys. So here's the everything update on that. So I personally think that Bertha and Leah were having a conversation together, and Bertha really wanted to go do another grocery haul because she likes it when I fill her up and we go have some fun. And she knew that I was going to be doing it soon because we had mentioned the kids were coming and we needed to clean her out. And so Bertha sweet talked Leah into breaking down.
But I'm sorry, but they could have done that without telling her, okay, you need to break down, so it's going to charge us $150 for
yeah, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool, Bertha. But I really think that Bertha misses these drives and misses going grocery shopping with me and stuff. So she's so sweet talked Leah into breaking down. Okay, it's time to call in the professionals. Like my hat, like my hat, like my hat. That's my work hat. Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you are watching this. Yesterday, well, no, I take that back. It was a couple days ago. I think it was Thursday, because I hadn't worked Monday through Wednesday. So I was going back to work on Thursday, and right when I went to leave, I always leave about 45 minutes before my shift starts, just because, so bad. That's better. Anyway, so I usually leave about 45 minutes before I have to be at work, just to make sure everything, because you know you live in the city and everything. I used to leave early for work, like 45 minutes before work all the time anyway, when I didn't live in a city. But today was Thursday was no different. Well, I went to start the car and she started to make this clicking sound, and it was like click, 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 and I was like, okay. So called Billy and was like, hey, the car won't start, she's making this clicking sound. Then I started looking it up, and everything was saying it's the battery. The battery's dead, or the cables are not like connecting with the battery. And so I did the put baking soda and water and clean them off that way. Well, she went to start, but just didn't have enough like to get her started. And so I was like, okay, that's fine, you know, it's not the end of the world. I mean, there's so much traffic right now. I was like, it's okay, it's not the end of the world, like, we can work around this. Well, so then Billy was like, well, I'll come get you, I'll take you to work. And so I was like, okay, great. So we did that for the rest of the week. I had two more days of work. It was not a big deal. We did it. Sunday, we got up early and we went out there and we pulled the battery off the car. We cleaned out the van. We honestly did a lot on yesterday. And so we took the battery because he realized that it was the little I'm gonna call it a doohickey because I don't really know what it is, but anyway, it's a little thing that goes around the battery, the positive battery little terminal, the cable. So anyway, we were like, okay, it's like corroded that, and it corroded it really bad, which anyway, they said it happened. So we went to where'd we go? We went to AutoZone. They tested the battery. They're like, yeah, it's dead. There's no way, it's dead. So we're like, okay. So we got a new battery, and this one comes with a 5-year warranty, and it was like $5 more for 2 additional years on the battery. And I was like, dude, really? So we did that, and then we came home, and honestly I have to say, Mustangs, just like the van, can be so difficult to find stuff, like the starter, for instance. I climbed up underneath. I had to, because I'm a lot smaller than Billy, so I had to climb up underneath. I finally found it. You have to take the wheel off of the car to even to locate it. But then I was like, I think this is the cord, but kind of doesn't totally make sense. Well, we ended up calling a mobile mechanic, and it's the same mobile mechanic that's helped us in the past since moving here, and he was really good. He was like, oh yeah, well, he actually just spliced the old cable and put a new terminal thing on there, versus us having to completely go up underneath the car and everything. And it was just, and there was a video we found on YouTube. He was like, just because nobody makes these videos. Anyway, it was kind of crazy, but he came out, he fixed it. He did it super fast once he got like working on it. He went ahead and fixed the -1 too, just so that they're both brand new, they're both great. So we did that, and that was pretty much, I mean, that pretty much took up our whole day. Okay guys, oh, I still have ice. I'm finally done in there. That line was ridiculous. So I was number 11 when I walked in. Like, there was a lot of people, and kind of shockingly, but I know, but the line is like, was ridiculous. Well, when I was leaving, okay, so then I went through the line. I was like 10 minutes, or there was like 10 people in front of me, so that was a good like 30 minutes just in the stinking line. And then I went up the stairs, and I think there was like 4 or 5 people in front of me up there, but they had beds open, so like I knew as soon as they would be getting those people on those beds, just like, they really were short today, or it seemed like they were really short. I was getting ready to stop, and I was like, oh wait, that's green. So anyway, that was another thing that was really nice, is like they had beds, but it was like they were moving as fast as they could. Well then, it was really funny, because I got there and I sat down, and I had this new lady that's never poked me before, and I have like a list of like 3 or 4 people that can poke me at any time, and I never have a problem. Well, I'm supposed to tell them I have rollers, and that's why. Well, some of the younger people that just haven't been there that long, they get kind of cocky, and they're like, oh, no, I can do that, that's fine. And they end up messing it up, and then I'm stuck like either getting poked again, or they're adjusting it, or it just takes like forever. So I tell them that lady does them today. She's never done them. She's an older lady. She's been there for forever. So I really didn't mind, because the people I normally have do it weren't there. And she was like, she's like, you don't have rollers. You have people that they're not sticking you right. And she's like, that's why. And she says, or they're rolling because they stuck you wrong. She's like, they're not rollers. And I was like, okay, well, I just do it anyway. I just tell them anyway. Like, I'm not going to not tell you and that be the one time that you're not paying attention. So anyway, awesome. Went through. Everything was great. Went super fast. I love it when it just, like, everything is working well. The machine's going right. It's taking it. It's moving fast enough. Everything's going great. So that was stupid. That driver is stupid. Anyway, that went really, really well. So now I'm on. Oh, that's so cool. What do you think about my sunglasses, guys? These are Air Force aviator glasses. What they say. They're super thin. I was like, but they packaged them well. So I'm impressed. But I saw somebody with these like mirror glasses, and I was like, oh, those look cool. And I went on Amazon. Of course, Amazon always has a lot of things, and they have like a variety of prices. So it's really hard because I want to look at myself like, y'all can look at. That's crazy. Maybe these aren't the best glasses to vlog in. But anyway, so yesterday, dude, crazy day. Insane. I wanted to vlog a little bit more after I got home. And I was also hoping that the boys had vlogged, but they didn't, which was okay because they really didn't do anything. So yeah. Okay, we'll just say that it was crazy. So went to work and things were like crazy. Like the minute I walked into the door, people were already being like extremely rude. And it was this guy, and I was like, well, welcome to freaking Monday for me. And he was just so rude. Just the whole day, like, well, this is normally what happens. Well, today is not a normal day. So it was highly stressful, and we were trying to do the best we can, but, you know, people are just going to be rude. It's kind of hard to be on your best behavior. Good Wednesday morning. Can you feel the enthusiasm? I have not ended this vlog. It just keeps going. So I may just put like all the days in there. But the last 2 days have been so exhausting once I'm done with work that I just take a shower and eat dinner and go to bed. That is one thing also about working funky shifts. Supposed to go in back at 12 and get off at 8:30. Wow, that car had a huge hole in it. But instead, they asked me to come in early. So I'm going in at 7. Well, it's like 6:15 now, but my day starts at 7 and I'll be meeting off at 3:30. This product, and I don't know if I've talked about it in the vlog yet, but I've got this product that it's like the chai teas. I bought it before when it was a chocolate one, but of course I didn't have the chocolate one. And that stuff really worked amazing because I felt like I was really awake. I was like, I got a little hyper, I won't admit. But I brought another one of those because the last couple of weeks I've just been so dead in the morning that sometimes people will say good morning and I totally don't even have enough energy to say good morning back. Oh, today was kind of crazy. I did a lot of stuff at work, and I was trying so hard to like keep on top of stuff and everything. And of course, things went wrong at work and whatever. But you know what? I did the best I could, and I tried to make it the best I could. But anyway, long story short, all the work day was done. I ended up clocking in 30 minutes before my shift, and I did not get off until 15 minutes after my shift. So I was there for 45 more minutes. Which now I know why she braked me earlier for lunch. She was like, man, it's kind of early for lunch, but I had been there since 6:30. Duh. And honestly, at that point, I was really hungry because I was like constantly moving all day long, constantly, you know, trying to keep up, trying to do the next thing I needed to do, trying to like be prepared, you know, everything. And so I was constantly moving the whole day. Got all that done. I was like, fine, whatever, it's done. Then got out of there, went to donate. Okay, I've had, minus the time that I originally was a first time donor, minus that, there's only been one other time that I've been there a while. And that time was, I blame the machine, but they were like, your blood's so thick, blah, 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 whatever. I was so annoyed. Okay, okay, maybe I didn't have enough water. 2, that machine never stopped beeping the whole time I was on it, pretty much. And 3, they kept having to adjust it. And so I bruised really bad. Anyway, really annoying. Really, 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 really annoying. Then I always have to tell them I have rollers. My veins will roll. Well, one woman says, you do not have rollers, you have people that don't have to stick you. Anyway, that was really funny. But after that, I always still, even though she said that, I continue to tell them I have rollers, because I have been bruised really, really bad because somebody didn't know what they were doing. And another thing, it's really hard for me to believe that I don't drink enough water, being that I work outside. I'm constantly drinking water. So sometimes I'm like, I don't necessarily believe you. Like, maybe my protein would be low, but I don't really believe that I'm not hydrated enough. Like, I really don't. Anyway, then today, the line, there was probably a good 20 people, and I'm not kidding, 20 people ahead of me. I was like, man, I'm going to be here forever. But got that done. That's over with. Thank you, Jesus. Cause yeah, that was woo. So anyway, got that over with. That is done for but yeah, that is over with. Thank you very much. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I got there. I was in line for like an hour, which is a little tad bit ridiculous. Most time it's like 15 minutes. Did that, got out of there, or got out of that line, got to the second line. That line moved a lot faster. That was like 15 minutes, which is normally you don't really have to wait, but maybe 5 minutes to get out of that line. But anyway, whatever. Then I went, finally got on a bed, told them I had rollers. They were going to get the shift manager to do me because, of course, nobody else was there that I know, so they were going to have him stick me. Then the lady kept asking me, who does you? I was like, they're not here. I'm looking around, they're not here. Then finally, I was there for like 15 minutes. The woman moves, tells this other woman comes and moves me to the other guy's section. Of course, I sat there for another like 15 freaking minutes waiting for him to come and stick me. Then the girl says, everybody knows what, I said, I need somebody who's very well experienced, because, and she was like, everybody knows what they're doing. And I was like, no, I don't believe you. I said, no, not necessarily. Not when I get bruised all the time. Well, that's because you're not drinking enough water. Don't tell me that. I was like, okay, well, if I bruise or anything, I'm going to be really pissed off. I was like, I'm really getting sick and tired of being here anyway, even though I know it's the end of the month, that's why people are here. I was like, I'm also getting sick and tired of the freaking attitude. So yeah, she got attitude back. Anyway, finally, at the end, he finally came, he finally stuck me, because he kept taking new people, and I was driving me crazy. I'm like, dude! Finally stuck me, finally I was done, finally it started pumping the stuff out of me. And then, finally it started pulling my blood and stuff out. Then it was super fast after that. Like, that is something, like, I will say, once they stick me, I'm like super, super fast. And that's why I was like, if you just do it and stop taking these new people, like, the people that were like 5 people after me were getting done before me. I was like, oh my land. Okay. Then we finally finished, and I was really nice to the girl. I was like, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Have a great day. I was really nice to her after that, but I was just really in a bad mood, and I'm so freaking hungry now. I was really in a bad mood. I mean, plain and simple, I was in a bad mood. I was like, dude, how long does it take? Like, you can get your people out here faster. We should get that line down in the front done out faster if you could just hurry up. And I'm very patient when I go in there. I'm very nice when I'm going in there. There's only one other time that they kept having to get the nurse to move it and re-stick me. And that day, I was more pissed off that day because I was sick and tired of being there. I was sick and tired of hearing that machine go off. And I really believe it was the machine. It wasn't necessarily me. And I bruised really, really bad because they kept adjusting it. And I was like, ugh. So yeah. It can be very frustrating. So I'm pretty sure that's why she didn't just have any generic person stick me. Because I was like, well, okay, you can say that, but I don't believe you. Anyway, I'm finally on my way home. These people must not like the hoods of their cars. They're sticking them out in the road. But I am finally almost home where I'm going to eat, and I will become a better, nicer person. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.